This is Jake Mulcahy for my video review of Children of Men. Story is structured, linear. The events that take place in the film take place in order. Tension builds by starting in a fallout, almost post-nuclear Britain. It's not nuclear, but things have happened that the world, everywhere but Britain, has fallen apart, essentially. I mean, Britain isn't much better, but they have some order. And we are met with the character Theo, who is by himself, and he does his own kind of thing. He has his own job. He isn't homeless. He has money. He's well off, for the most part. There's a handful of surprises or twists, definitely. Like Key being pregnant, for sure. That one threw me way off course. I imagined that we'd meet somebody with a child or who had a cure for the infertility, but that was cool. I'd say that was the biggest twist. And yeah, information is definitely revealed strategically, I would say, throughout the film. Character development for Theo was definitely my personal favorite, because he starts off kind of a lonely bachelor, and then we meet, I want to say her name was Julian. I forget. It starts with a J. I'm right there. But she was really cool. She was really, really fun, and I'm sad to see that she got killed off. But it was important for the story to escalate further, for the seriousness of the situation, and for her partner, that other gentleman, to like almost turn on the team, turn on the group, and her after their ambush there. Yeah, and he went from being a really cold, kind of didn't like, not normal people, but other people. He went from that to helping others, and by the end, he died he helped Key get to safety. This drives the story, for sure. And I think every choice the film made was really good. I really enjoyed this film. It did have moments where it was a bit long and a bit, not tedious, but I like action movies, but sometimes I'm just sick of the gunfire. But themes, definitely politics. Politics, a huge one. Social interaction was another one. I just think the way people react with each other is a huge thing. I mean, because it's not a normal, like today's interaction with people. People hate each other. Everybody hates everybody. It's kind of how it goes. I feel like it's very much expressed when we go to meet Mark Ruffalo, the Prime Minister, I believe is his title, and the first thing we see of him is he's standing in front of the real statue of David. That is quite expressive, very powerful, and I think he said something, I couldn't get this, or I saw it when I was a kid, or my mom had a painting of it, but now I have the real thing. And it's also funny to see Mark Ruffalo again as another supreme leader, Empire-esque man after Mickey 17, after his role in that as well. I'm not sure if the filmmaker's personal viewpoints show through. I totally should have looked at that before I started making this video, but I did not. Cinematography, camera angles, visual style. It was almost like a found footage movie, which was really cool. The camera, whoever was behind the video camera, it was shaky, and it went along with the actual events that conspired. And there's effects on the camera. There's water. There was blood on the camera. It was foggy. It wasn't a clear shot every frame. So I thought that was at least easy to pick up on, and it was, helpful in telling the story of the movie. Same with lighting. Everything was dark. Nothing was bright. Everything was dark and gloomy, which, I mean, as it should be. It's post-apocalyptic world almost. And I'm getting to the end of my time here. Sounds, loud sounds, really, and it was quiet when it needed to be quiet, things like that. A similar movie, I don't know why, but Mickey 17, the initial origin until the aliens come in to the end, kind of really reminds me of this. Everybody's held in place by one person and kind of tucked away. Everything else doesn't matter. Whether if you're on another planet or if you're on Earth, it doesn't matter. You're stuck in Britain. My emotional response to this was it was sad, you know, seeing Key go through what she went through the whole movie. I mean, geez, I couldn't imagine what that would be like, especially as a man. But yeah, the film resonated with me personally because it was something I haven't seen before, and I really do like movies, and this will be one that I recommend to other people. In fact, there's another student in this class who I said, really watch this movie because it's pretty good. Don't go into it thinking you won't like it, because I bet you will. I don't really think anything can be improved. I'm a film buff, but I don't know enough to critique it. So I thought it was a great movie. It did what it needed to do, and you know, lessons that I could take away is sometimes dark and gloomy works. You know, sometimes I watch a dark and gloomy movie and I just feel sad afterward. This time I didn't necessarily I was sad, but it wasn't a pit in my stomach. It was a good, somewhat of a bittersweet ending. So, and I also really liked the character Jasper. He was hilarious and played very well. All right, thank you. Sorry I went a minute over.